Most people picture a millionaire as someone with a Lambo, a Rolex, and a beach house in Miami. The data says the exact opposite. About 80% of American millionaires are self-made, and almost none of them look the part. They drive 9-year-old Toyotas. They live in houses you'd walk past without noticing. They wear the same belt for 15 years. They didn't get rich by spending. They got rich by doing 10 boring habits, quietly, every month, for decades. Most people who try this list quit somewhere around habit number 4. We're going through all 10. And I'm going to show you the one almost everybody gives up on, and why it's the one that actually does the work. A few things to know before we start. The Millionaire Next Door research has been done over and over for 40 years. The conclusions barely move. The average self-made American millionaire isn't a tech founder. They're a teacher, an engineer, a plumber, a nurse, a small business owner, a manager. They didn't inherit, they didn't win the lottery. They earned a normal income for 30 years and quietly outsaved everyone they knew. Here's what they actually did. Number 1, they live in a smaller house than they can afford. This is the single biggest move on the list. The average self-made American millionaire lives in a home worth between $300,000 and $400,000. By the time they hit $1 million in net worth, their household income is usually well over $150,000. They could buy bigger, they don't. Mortgage stays under 25% of take-home, no matter how much the bank pre-approves them for. A bigger house means bigger property taxes, bigger insurance, bigger utility bills, more furniture to fill it, more renovations. The house is the lifestyle anchor. Pick the one you want, then pick something one tier smaller. Number 2, they drive used cars and keep them for nearly a decade. This shows up in every study. The average self-made millionaire drives a vehicle around 9 years old. Toyotas, Hondas, Ford F-150s. They buy used, they keep them until the wheels fall off, and they pay cash. A new car loses 30% of its value the first year. That's somebody else's depreciation you don't have to absorb. Car payments are the single biggest wealth destroyer of the modern American middle class. Millionaires don't have them. Number 3, they save 15 to 20% of their income. Not 5%, not 10, 15 to 20, every paycheck. The way actual 401k millionaires get there isn't market timing. It isn't picking the right stock. It's the savings rate. Saving 5% of a $100,000 income for 40 years gets you to about $500,000. Saving 20% of the same income gets you to over $2.5 million. Same job, same career, different habit. Number 4, they refuse to buy status. This is the one almost everybody quits on. No designer logos, no luxury watches, no flashy badges on the car, no first-class flights for a 2-hour trip, no country club they don't actually use, no new iPhone every year. The reason most people don't become wealthy isn't that they don't earn enough. It's that they spend almost every dollar above their basic needs trying to look like they already are. The math is brutal here. Buying a Rolex at 30, a luxury car at 35, and an oversized house at 40 doesn't make you a millionaire. It makes you a middle-income person with no savings and a big lifestyle to keep up with. The actual millionaire wears a $30 quartz watch, drives the unbadged Camry, goes to the public golf course, and invests every dollar they didn't spend looking rich. Most people read that and think they could never do it. That's exactly why they don't. The single biggest separator between the people who hit $1 million and the people who don't isn't income. It's whether you're willing to be mistaken for broke for about 20 years. Number 5, they invest in plain index funds, not individual stocks or hot tips. The data on actual 401k millionaires is shockingly boring. They hold mostly broad market index funds and target date funds. Almost none are picking individual stocks. None are timing the market. None are in crypto. They put money in every paycheck into the same 2 or 3 funds for 30 years. That's it. The reason most people underperform isn't that they don't know enough. It's that they keep moving money around, chasing whatever did well last year, panicking when it drops, jumping into the next hot thing. Millionaires don't do that. Boring beats brilliant for decades at a time. Number 6, They never finance a depreciating asset. Cars, furniture, appliances, vacations, weddings. If it loses value, they pay cash or they don't get it. The rule isn't moral, it's mathematical. A 4-year auto loan at 7% doesn't just cost you the interest. It also costs you what that monthly payment could have earned in the market over 40 years, which is usually 4 to 5 times the original loan amount. The only thing on the Millionaires list reliably worth borrowing for is a primary residence and sometimes a degree that pays back. Everything else, cash or skip. Number 7. They stay married, and they marry someone with a similar money brain. This one is uncomfortable, but the data is loud. Divorce, on average, cuts net worth by about 77%. 2 divorces makes $1 million comeback nearly impossible. Couples who hit $1 million in net worth almost always agree on money. They don't fight about it. They treat saving as a team effort. The most overlooked millionaire habit isn't really a habit at all. It's picking a partner who shares the boring habits and sticking with them for 30 years. Number 8. They live below their income, even when their income goes up. Most people, when they get a promotion, immediately upgrade. New car, bigger house, better neighborhood, nicer vacations. The millionaire doesn't. When their income goes from $60,000 to $90,000, they don't move into a $90,000 lifestyle. They keep the $60,000 lifestyle and put the difference straight into investments. 10 years of that turns a normal income into a real fortune. It's called avoiding lifestyle creep, and almost nobody actually does it. Number 9. They build one valuable marketable skill, and they keep sharpening it for decades. Self-made millionaires aren't generalists. They're someone other people pay a premium to hire. A senior engineer with 20 years of experience.
A specialist nurse anesthetist. A licensed plumber who runs his own crew. A regional sales manager. A CPA. The skill becomes a long-term cash machine. They don't job hop endlessly chasing 5% raises. They become irreplaceable somewhere, and they get paid for it. Get rich quick is a slot machine. Get rich slow is a skill compounded over 30 years. Number 10. They do all of this for a long, long time without quitting. This is the real secret. Not one of these habits is dramatic. Not one of them gets you rich in 5 years. They each do a small amount of work every month for decades. The reason almost no one becomes a self-made millionaire isn't that they didn't know the habits. It's that they couldn't keep doing the boring thing for 30 years while everyone around them was buying boats. If you start saving 20% of a normal American income at 25, drive used cars, skip the status purchases, marry someone reasonable, and put the money in index funds, you will be a millionaire by your mid-50s, without inheriting anything, without starting a company, without any luck. The math is not the problem. The waiting is. So that's all 10. The one almost everyone gives up on is number 4, the refusal to buy status. It looks small. It feels like a personality thing. It's actually the gate that decides whether the other 9 matter. Because if you can't stop trying to look rich, you'll never have the money to actually be rich. The boring rich aren't smarter than you. They're just patient enough to look poor for 30 years while their accounts quietly fill up. That's the whole game.